For the last 3 years, the tech world operated on a single assumption. OpenAI had won the artificial intelligence race. With ChatGPT capturing hundreds of millions of users, the consensus narrative declared the war over before it even really began. But in April 2026, the industry experienced a massive reality check. A confidential SEC filing revealed an underdog company was preparing to go public with a $965 billion valuation. This chart compares annual recurring revenue between the top 2 AI labs. While OpenAI commands a massive consumer base, Anthropic, a company with roughly 5% of the user count, just reached $30 billion in annualized revenue. They have officially passed OpenAI. This flip was the result of a strategy that inverted the standard Silicon Valley playbook. While most startups chased viral growth, Anthropic focused on a contrarian path that prioritized institutional depth over consumer breadth. While their competitors burned through billions to acquire everyday consumers, Anthropic quietly embedded themselves into global corporate infrastructure. They focused exclusively on high-value business-to-business enterprise contracts. They built specialized developer tools like Claude Code and Claude Cowork. By early 2026, Claude Code was authoring 4% of all public GitHub commits, and business subscriptions were quadrupling. These enterprise integrations generated billions in revenue almost overnight. In this industry, massive consumer scale is often a liability due to high operational costs. High ACV corporate contracts are the actual engine of sustainable revenue. The AI industry is hitting a massive data bottleneck. Web scraping is increasingly resulting in lawsuits from publishers fighting to protect their intellectual property. Anthropic bypassed this digital legal minefield by moving their data gathering operation into the physical world. Recently unsealed court documents exposed a highly secretive effort known as Project Panama. The company purchased millions of used physical books from online retailers. They set up industrial facilities dedicated to shearing off the spines and scanning the loose pages one by one to train their models. Even though the physical books were destroyed, a federal judge ruled that because Anthropic legally purchased the copies, digitizing them for machine learning was fair use. By resorting to physical brute force, Anthropic secured a massive, legally defensible training dataset, while their rivals remained bogged down in digital copyright courts. This comparison shows Anthropic burning through $17 billion this year. Anthropic spends 4 times less on training. They reallocated that capital into a deal with Broadcom and Google for custom AI chips, optimized for inference, a daily process far more cost-sensitive than training. Training the smartest model provides a temporary headline. Controlling the most cost-efficient infrastructure provides the pricing leverage needed to undercut competitors at scale. From its inception, Anthropic focused on a safety-first framework called constitutional AI, overseen by an independent long-term benefit trust. Critics assumed this was mostly branding, until it faced a direct challenge from the federal government. In early 2026, the U.S. Department of Defense demanded the removal of Anthropic's safety safeguards. They wanted unrestricted use of the technology for domestic surveillance and autonomous weapons. Anthropic refused. In response, the president officially barred federal agencies from using the technology, and the Pentagon designated the company a supply chain risk. Backed by a rare coalition of tech giants, Anthropic sued the government. A federal judge eventually issued an injunction, describing the Pentagon's actions as a clear case of First Amendment retaliation. By standing its ground against the military, Anthropic solidified its reputation. For global enterprise clients, the company became the only platform proven to put its governance protocols above government pressure. The financial reality of these revenue numbers signals a shift in the market. The industry is moving away from the era of viral chatbots and toward a period defined by massive, high-stakes infrastructure investments. Now, public markets are preparing for a massive liquidity drain. With both Anthropic and SpaceX aiming for late 2026 IPOs, these listings are set to pull hundreds of billions of dollars out of existing tech stacks. Analysts warn this event will trigger a global portfolio rebalancing. Investors may be forced to sell off shares in the established Magnificent Seven giants to make room for these trillion-dollar newcomers. Anthropic achieved dominance not by moving the fastest, but by quietly embedding itself into the global supply chain. Its victory suggests that in the next phase of tech, disciplined resource control is the ultimate competitive advantage.